some things that AI is kind of doing for us right now and bringing to us. Another good example is recently I did some work in the neurodivergence world, and I don't necessarily identify with that per se, but I am extremely animated, right? So all probably throughout this conversation, you see me like, I'm doing something with my hands. And that's another thing that I think this technology is even helping me with is some of those things that I'm insecure about, like how animated I'm always like doing something. I can't just keep my hands down. And technology is really helping with that because, say that not for the podcast sake, but say that I'm in a meeting and I'm not comfortable in that meeting. Instead of just turning your camera off, now they have like these caricatures and things like that can there's a better name for it, but they're like cartoons, if you will, of who you yeah, exactly. There you go. Thank you. Avatars. And I use it quite often for this reason because I don't want to be as distracting because I get so excited. But I appreciate that this technology can also really help in those areas of, you know, um, visual things, whether they're abnormalities, impairments, or just things that are different. Or the fact that, there's colorblind things that are now available due to the technology. There's speaking capabilities. What if you can't type or you had an accident and you're missing a couple fingers? I don't know. You can't type as fast as I can. So now we have technology where you can talk. And I just really, really appreciate what it can do on that side of things. And I'm also really, really looking forward to that as well, of how we can help people become better versions of themselves through technology and in the communication realm and maybe other realms that we haven't fully explored yet. So that's
Yeah,
really exciting for me too.
that is exciting. And it kind of goes full circle to what we were talking about when we first started. Like, what are the daily things? And now that you brought that up, there's just so many things that we use. I don't even think about it anymore, you know? We have filters on our cameras, or we have avatars to help us, if we're feeling insecure, or we don't, for whatever reason, sometimes you just have a heads down day. I
Just
get
don't
it,
want to.
it's
It's a bad
just
hair
sometimes you
day.
just don't want to. And I was like, man, the improvement of mental health on just these little, just these, I mean, not, there's just these simple things that we do every single day. And now they're just kind of coming to mind. I'm curious to know what others are out there, who are thinking about that, or like, man, I use, using Grammarly, those types of simple, for those who are trying to put together a thought, like I'm trying to put together right now. Those things help us every single day to be more secure. I think we're already using this technology as a surrogate to help balance ourselves, right? And I think that alone is pretty incredible. Now that we're having that conversation, so I'm going to think about that over like the next week, and I'm probably just going to create a list of just these small things that I take for granted every day that are helping me kind of help fulfill, not to say fulfill, but help me feel more confident in the world, things that I'm not so great at, and the tools that I use that to help me progress, through my daily activities. Yeah, it's really fascinating how closely tethered we are. So that'll be my assignment for the week, is to really break the glass and think about how much I rely on this on a daily basis.
I agree completely. We're definitely a reliant species, and that's okay because we created the technology for that reason. So, but we do have to make sure that we stay reading, be dependent, or let me say, it's my favorite phrase, trust but verify. Trust it, but verify it because it's still technology and we're learning too. And then I'll say this too. You mentioned this, Andrew, and I really appreciate that. The mentor-mentee relationship, it makes you think that we should have always been teaching this way.